on. Puppet basically said, in a nutshell, that's not going to happen.
On the night of September 4th, 1994, Termite and another gunman waited for Trucco in this narrow alleyway in the Westlake neighborhood. Around midnight, Trucco's car pulled into the alleyway. Termite and the other gunman aimed their AK-47s at the approaching car. Neither Trucco nor his girlfriend in the passenger seat had a chance.
Trucco was driving through the neighborhood on a warm summer night, down a tight alleyway. The gang members knew that, and as he came out of this tiny alleyway, they filled his little truck full of bullets. They were going to stand their ground, they were going to hold their territory, and they weren't giving it up to anybody.
For a job well done, Puppet Martinez gave Termite a promotion, appointing him the shot caller of the 18th Street Lowell Psychos.
Termite was literally chosen by Frank Martinez, the Mexican Mafia brother. That's how tightly run the CLCS was.
Termite quickly set out to prove his worth. He saw a big money-making opportunity on 18th Street's turf in and around MacArthur Park. A gang-infested haven, the park catered to all walks of life and provided one-stop shopping for anyone seeking a fix. Termite was determined to squeeze every last penny out of the drug merchants in the MacArthur Park area, and he ordered the Lowell Psychos to step up their extortion schemes.
Termite had the gang working 24/7, 2 shifts a day of collectors. He took an operation that was making maybe $1,000 to $2,000 a week to making $5,000 to $10,000. So he doubled, tripled, quadrupled the profits.
He made sure every peddler paid his street dues. No free agents were allowed to push their drugs in his neighborhood. FBI Special Agent James J. explains how the rent collection worked. Due to ongoing cases, he requests that his face be obscured.
They would essentially rent streets
Hi, little
to
kitty.
the drug dealer who was willing to pay the largest amount of rent in return for exclusive distribution rights within that area. To break it down, there were certain streets that were being rented for $10,000 to $12,000 a week, other streets being rented for $5,000 to $7,000 a week.
In total, Termite and his crew brought in an estimated $85,000 a week. To keep 18th Street's Lowell Psychos running like a well-oiled machine, he established a strict hierarchy within his set. At the top of the power structure was Puppet Martinez, who ran operations from jail. Next in line was Puppet's wife, Janie Garcia, who served as his eyes and ears on the outside.
Janie Garcia was known as the Senora, or the lady boss. She collected his money and ran his business on the street.
Then, after Janie, there was Termite. He was followed by a group of lieutenants assigned to different parts of the Lowell Psychos territory.
They might sell heroin on one corner, they might sell cocaine on another corner, crack cocaine, whatever the drugs are. Most of it was crack cocaine. Those lieutenants then would get people under them to watch the streets, to watch the street corners. Those little street gangsters or whatever would go out and observe the streets, see who's selling the drugs, collect the money.
Only the lieutenants dealt with the foot soldiers that carried out the gang's dirty work. This helped to insulate Puppet, his wife, and Termite from the cops. And there was no shortage of foot soldiers willing to work the front lines.
I mean, of course, narcotics, local police would come in, they would arrest